This week on Healthy Living, we shed a light on moles and skin tags. The World Health Organization reports a multi-country cholera outbreak. Also, a new study shows the use of AI may improve breast cancer detection. We'll have these stories and more in this edition of Healthy Living. Hello, I'm Kamiti Kibayasi. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Healthy Living. Skin tags and moles are two common types of skin growths. Skin tags grow on the surface of the skin, while moles tend to be rooted deeper into the skin. Skin tags are small, soft lumps that often appear where the skin rubs together, like the neck or armpits. They are usually harmless and don't need treatment unless they become irritated or uncomfortable. Moles are often small, dark brown or black spots caused by groups of pigment-producing cells with roots and deeper base. Most moles are harmless, but doctors warn that changes in size, shape or color could be a sign of skin cancer. Moles are seen as beauty marks in many parts of the world, but sometimes they could be cause for concern. Juma Majanga has more from Nairobi, Kenya.
Susan Wamboi is beaming with joy over her skin transformation. Looking at old pictures, she says she struggled with skin tags for many years before she decided to undergo a procedure to remove them 3 months ago. The results, she says, have restored her confidence.
I feel great. I rarely wear makeup now because I have a flawless skin, so there's nothing to hide. But I also, when I need to wear the makeup now, the finish is great, amazing.
Jean Kinuthia runs You Glow Aesthetics, a skincare clinic on the outskirts of Nairobi, where Wamboi got her skin tags removed. Kinuthia says skin tags are sometimes mistaken for other common skin conditions like moles, but she says the two have some differences.
A skin tag is a skin lesion that usually has a very small stalk onto it, so it usually lingers on the skin. But on the other hand, moles are usually flat, they're usually bigger, and these are things that you can get from as early as childbirth. What usually happens is they grow over time.
According to the American Academy of Dermatology Association, skin tags most often develop in areas where there is excess skin that folds or sags, causing friction as the skin rubs together. Moles, says dermatologist Wangare Karanja, are often the result of pigment overproduction on the skin.
Pigment producing cell in our skin does what we call hyperproliferation, which is just basically they overwork, and then usually they give you a patch or something or a patch of deep pigmentation, which we call a nevi.
While skin tags are not typically harmful, Dr. Karanja says they can have an unwanted appearance or be uncomfortable and irritating. Sometimes they are associated with some health conditions.
Tags are related to some diseases like diabetes. Very rarely, they're also related to some cancers, like maybe you have an internal cancer in your body and then now it will manifest with like some skin tags.
There are different skin tag removal procedures, using laser therapy that involves using laser light to destroy the skin tag.
We usually use like a targeted amount of laser that has heat on it but controlled. So when it's targeted on the skin tag, it burns it and then it falls off.
Generally, the exact cause of mole formation is not fully understood. Skin tags can be hereditary and are common among black people. They have largely been ignored in the past. But with the increasing demand of cosmetics, many people like Susan Wamboi now prefer to remove them.
It's not something that you should live with it if you don't like it. And this is because there's a solution for it, and there is zero side effects when it comes to it, and it's very, very doable.
As awareness about the cosmetic and health benefit of skin tag removal grows, More and more people in Kenya, like elsewhere, are seeking this simple procedure. Juma Majanga, VOA Africa, Nairobi.
Is a more a beauty mark or something that should be removed for health or cosmetic reasons? And what do you know about skin tags? Here are some reactions from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
I have some moles and skin tags on several parts of my body. It has never bothered me or crossed my mind as a problem. I haven't felt any side effects related to it. Of course, people ask questions such as, are you okay? Or is it painful? I see the skin tags when I shower, but I don't mind. My friends usually tell me to go to the clinic and get it checked. And I see no problem with the moles or the skin tags. I've informally asked for medical advice from doctors and they've told me it's okay.
I believe it comes with age. As people age, they usually develop moles on their chest, neck, or face. I don't think it has any side effects. But I believe if one is bothered by it, he or she needs to get checked and receive medical advice. I work in the construction business and I meet many people daily. I've witnessed many people who have skin tags. However, I've never seen anyone bothered by it. It's also good to take a hormonal test and know about your medical status, because our body looks great if we can maintain it without any problem.
I don't have it, but I have seen it on people who are close to me. I've never witnessed any side effects or pain related to it. I've seen people having skin tags and moles on their necks and faces. I don't think it's a problem.
I've had it before, and I have seen it on my friends too. It is very common. Some have it on their hands, face, or neck. We don't consider it to be a disease. Traditionally, we paint nail polish or put hot injera bread to get it healed, but it's not a big deal.
What causes moles and skin tags? Nigerian dermatologist Professor Shehu Yusuf explains and advises when to seek medical care.
Skin tags are harmless growth that usually appear on somebody, usually an adult. They look really like small tags on the skin. That's why they are called skin tags. So it's not anything, it's not that they are caused by an infection or inflammation. No, it's just the skin decides to grow out. Moles are, well, another benign growth on the skin surface. Usually they are like birthmarks, and depending on the depth of where they sprout from, they can just be something that are like patches. Some of them are present right from birth, some maybe a few months or years after birth, and that's when they come. Most of them are harmless, but over time, some, very few of them, may be, may be cancerous. There are so many types of moles, and they are only referred to as beauty spots when they appear on the face, on certain part of the face. But usually they are on the trunk. Some are smooth, some are rough. So it depends. And then when they start growing out of proportion, that's a time when one become concerned, then you need to remove them. Cancer is not a very common thing because we are protected by a particular pigment under our skin, which ours give us that specific protection. So it's called melanin. When you're obese, you are likely to have tags. So, but then maybe when you reduce weight or you do not allow yourself to be fat, you are not very unlikely to have skin tags. But moles, you cannot control that. They just occur on their own. Well, the only advice is whenever you see something you're not really comfortable with or you are not sure what it is, the best thing is just to see the nearest dermatologist for advice. Some of the things that can be very dangerous are symptomless. If you remember the story of Bob Marley, he had something on his feet, which is a cancer, but it was painless. But before he knew, it has moved to his brain, And that was what resulted in his death.
The World Health Organization is sounding the alarm on a multi-country outbreak of cholera. The World Health Organization says in January 2025, a total of 34,799 new cases of cholera and acute watery diarrhea were reported across 19 countries, a 27% drop from December 2024. The African region has had the highest number of cases, followed by the Eastern Mediterranean and Southeast Asia regions. There have also been 349 cholera-related deaths, a 33% decrease from the previous month. In January, 6.2 million doses of oral cholera vaccine were produced, not enough to meet the global demand. Experts say the cholera situation is made worse by crises like war, displacement, and climate change, especially in rural and flood-affected areas where poor infrastructure and limited health care make it harder to treat people quickly. A recent study found doctors were able to detect breast cancer more often when they used artificial intelligence to help read mammogram results. As VOA's Dora Makoa reports, AI helps boost the breast cancer detection rate by more than 17%.
When doctors used artificial intelligence to examine the mammograms of more than 460,000 German women, they found one more cancer for every 1,000 women tested than humans alone did, according to researchers. The study in the journal Nature Medicine is the largest real-world exploration to date into the use of AI to help detect breast cancer.
The breast cancer detection rate is better. And this is really strong evidence. And based on this evidence, we should start to use more AI in breast cancer screening. And in the end, this should be standard.
And does that improved detection rate of almost 18% prove that AI is superior to humans at finding breast cancer?
AI really is suitable for replacing human readers to a certain extent. But how far we want to go, this is not only a question of science, it's also a social question. How is the society's trust in AI?
AI also helped reduce the number of false positive results. Artificial intelligence did miss some cancers, but humans missed them 10 times more than the AI did, according to the study results.
AI, of course, unlike humans, doesn't get tired, right? I mean, AI works in the same way at 2 a.m. in the morning, like in the middle of the day. So it's definitely an advantage, and it's also one of the reasons why I think AI finds cancers that otherwise humans would miss.
There is concern that using AI in cancer detection could lead to fewer trained radiologists over time.
There are those complex cases, those cases where you need to take into account multiple angles, where you need to talk to the patient, right? And that's something where kind of expertise in actual radiologists is very important and should continue to be trained.
Dr. Wei Yang is a professor of radiology at the University of Texas, who was not involved in the study. She is encouraged by the results.
The data is very compelling. The increased cancer detection rate, the reduction in the false positive callbacks, and the potential impact this can have on workforce and burnout. So overall, very, very positive.
For now, using a human radiologist, along with artificial intelligence, might be the best way to combine the strength of both, potentially leading to better outcomes for women. Dora Makwar, VOA News, Washington.
That's our show for today. For more health news, wellness tips, and medical breakthroughs, stay connected to Voice of America at voaafrica.com. You can follow me on X at @MkamitiVOA. Until next time, stay well and strive to make it every day a healthy day.